It's time for Ryan's Roses. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan, I had my coworker stop by the house to pick up something he had left at the office. While he was there, I asked him if he wanted to stay for a drink. He ended up staying for a while. He and my wife got more and more drunk. The flirting seemed to increase. Nothing happened, but it was weird. Weeks later, he started following my wife on Instagram and vice versa.
Oh, no.
Now I'm thinking they're sending each other private messages. Like right underneath his own nose, right? Mm-hmm. Right there in front of him. Let's get Adrian on the line. Adrian is in Huntington Beach. Adrian, I just read your email. We put it on the air. I know you're concerned. Have you ever thought in the past that your wife, like, were you ever worried about her cheating on you before?
Absolutely not.
So this one incident makes you think something's going on.
Yeah, because everything went from everything seemed fine, but then I don't know whether I'm just in my head about it, but it to talk about it makes me sound crazy, but I'm also, my coworker, he's very charismatic. He can command a room and so I look up to him, so I see those qualities in him. So I'm really noticing those qualities in him. But then when he stopped by the place and then, wasn't going to stay, but then once my wife was like, stay, he wanted to stay. And then, I don't know. I don't
like it. Well, listen, if you feel this way, I don't need anything else. I can call the guy. Patty, what are we going to, we're going to call the coworker, right? What are we going to offer him?
We're going to offer him some roses and we're going to see who he sends them to.
Oh.
Okay, if he sends it to his wife.
Exactly.
Right? What is your wife's name?
Her name's Sam.
Sam. Okay, hang on one second. If you're just getting here, this one's a little different. We're in the middle of Ryan's Roses. We're making the phone call now. Adrian says a coworker of his came over to his house to drop something off, pick something up, whatever. And he offers him a drink. Well, then all of a sudden, his wife and this coworker start to drink more and more and more. And they're following each other on Instagram. He thinks they're DMing each other and that maybe this was the beginning to an affair. So we're going to call the coworker and offer him some roses and see if he sends the roses to his wife, whose name is Sam. That's what's happening here. Adrian, I need you to say, Ryan, you've my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
We're going to do just that. And stay very quiet, Adrian, until we tell him he's on the air. Let's see who he sends the roses to. Your wife's name is Sam. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. Here we go, Patty.
Hello.
May I speak to Jake?
This is Jake.
Jake, hi. My name is Addie, calling from the flower shop across the street from Best Western. We're called Surf Flowers. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm actually calling you because we're a new store we just opened, and we're calling because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses, and we're promoting our service here, and we would love to offer you a free dozen roses, which then you can go ahead and send to whoever you want this morning.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely. That's super great. Thanks for bringing me.
Of course, we're, like I said, we're new and we just want to promote our service, and we hope that you in return can tell either your colleagues or friends to order from us whenever they need flowers.
Oh, definitely. No, that's a great idea. Yeah, absolutely.
So let me know, who do you want to send the roses to? They're red roses.
Well, of course. Yeah, no, I'm going to send them to Sam.
Sam. Okay. And what do you want to put on the note?
Just put this needs to happen, but I don't want to. But don't sign it or anything.
So put anonymous.
I'm sorry.
Do you want me to put anonymous?
Yeah, just put it as anonymous, and do me a favor, and when you deliver it, just don't do it any later than 4 p.m.
Jake, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I have Sam's husband, Adrian, on the phone. What are you up to, bro?
Yeah, what the... Dude, what the... Seriously? Wait. Doing? Think you are?
bro, you got it. You got it all wrong.
Oh, really?
Look,
I got it.
What does he have
It
wrong?
sounds like I got it right.
This just sounds like a conversation to have with your wife, man.
Really? It sounds like a conversation with me and you in a parking lot.
Ooh.
Like I said, man, between you guys, it's a conversation you guys need to have for sure.
Wait, Jake, don't you guys work together?
We work together.
Jake, what are you doing with his wife?
Man, I'd rather not get into it on here. You know what I mean? Look, he needs to talk to Sam about it.
No, we're talking to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the line. So you just sent his wife roses. This needs to happen is the note.
What does that mean?
Look, man, she's a beautiful woman, dude. Like I don't know what to say to you.
Stealing people's wives, that's what you do? That's what
Man.
your side job is? That's like how you make your extra money is by stealing other people's wives? Is that what you do?
Not everything's so black and white like that, dude. Like it's complicated and it's nuanced. I don't really know what to say to you here.
Me. I'm your friend. I was your friend. Why can't you respect me?
You're still my friend as far as
No.
Your friend. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
maybe so. I'm at a loss for words here, man. I really don't know what to say.
Jake, can we just articulate what's going on here? So you are having an affair with Adrian's wife, and you don't feel bad or wrong or guilty about it
At all.
I do. I mean, I do.
So you are having an affair. You just acknowledge that.
Yeah. Yes.
Are you
Okay.
just like, what are you? What are you?
I just look. I've never been in this position before. I don't really know what to say. I'm really sorry to put you here, man. I'm very, very sorry. I'm really nervous. Just she can explain it better than I can. I just.
What is she going to explain?
It's complicated, man. It's just very complicated.
It's
and
we got plenty of time.
It's going to happen like this.
Hello? Jake? Adrian, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
He just hung up. Do you see this guy at work?
Yeah. I do.
I don't understand that sicko's attitude at all.
At all.
Where's your wife?
I don't know. She's probably at home right now.
Yeah, and this is not good, man. This is not good. They're doing all this behind your back for what reason? And he's anything you have in your mind about what you should be doing to him, I would not feel bad about. Hang on, Adrian, 1 second. Hang on 1 second, bro. I don't even understand who that Jake. What is he?
Didn't even care at all. Like, yeah, I'm having an affair.
Yeah,
Talk to your wife.
Talk to your wife. How complicated is it? It's not complicated. You're messing around with his wife and you don't care. And they work together and they're allegedly friends. Let's get back to this Ryan's Roses in a second. Adrian's coworker sleeping with his wife. Hang on. I don't know how many F-bombs were dropped, but hopefully we got them.
Yeah, but I mean, I understand. I would be just as livid.
Well, for sure, when your friend / coworker takes from coming over to your house and having a drink into an affair with your wife.
I don't
and
understand.
then acts like, bro, hey, man, it's not on me. It's on her.
Yeah.
Hey, don't talk to me. It's on you guys. In the card, Sam, his wife. This needs to happen. What needs to happen? Patty?
You know, a friend of mine once told me, do not ever become friends with your coworkers because they will stab you in the back.
How'd that go for us?
That's terrible. I mean, that's bad, right? But in this case, it makes sense.
Yeah, in this case, but are you saying that all of this is an act? You're not our friend?
No, I am your friend, but this call here reminds me of what my friend said to me once. So in this case, it applies.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I do have to
be very
say,
careful.
I'm more mad at Sam than I am Jake.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
okay, let's hold on for a second. All right, quickly, I want to go back. Then we'll get your calls on. Here's the situation. Adrian has a coworker named Jake. Jake is having an affair with Adrian's wife. Jake didn't really seem to care much about that at all.
Man, she's a beautiful woman, dude. Like I don't know what to say to you.
Stealing people's wives, that's what you do? That's what your side job is? That's like how you make your extra money is by stealing other people's wives? Is that what you do?
Not everything's so black and white like that, dude.
Well, I mean, what else is he going to, what other layers is he going to try and explain? So these guys are friends and coworkers, and Jake is having an affair with his wife. Now, Tanya, you feel that Sam is more to blame than Jake, the coworker.
She is the one that is in a marriage. She made the commitment to him in front of all their friends and family. She is the one that is in the relationship. We don't know Jake's status. He could be single for all we know. And granted, I don't condone what he did, but I think Sam should be held more responsible. She is in the committed relationship.
Very good point. I also think Jake is, I don't know, he's so not even there. He doesn't even understand. It's like he's unaware of what's happening. Patty?
Mm-hmm.
But Adrian said that Jake was a mentor to him. And
Crazy.
I think you have to draw a line and say, you know what, I'm taking my coworker under my wing, and I have to respect all the boundaries. And I think, just hearing his voice, you can hear he has like a very strong personality. And I think, it was really easy for him to woo Sam in.
Yeah. And then throw Adrian out. Crazy. Hello, Claire.
Yeah.
So Tanya says she places more blame on Sam, the wife.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cheating is a two-way street. We don't know about their relationship, Sam and Adrian.
Yeah, and by the way, in this situation, do we care? They're both in such a bad spot here. Like, it doesn't really matter. They're both to blame. They both ruined the marriage. They both ruined the friendships. Like, they both did this.
Yeah, I guess we don't know the particulars, but yeah, it's not like we not want to trust anybody anymore,
Well, don't go through life like that. And thanks for calling. We do know the particulars. Jake admitted to having an affair with Adrian's wife. Mm-hmm. That's particular. Lily, go ahead. You're on with us.
Hey, all right. So I just wanted to call in. I know some ladies out there might hate me for saying this, but I'm all for women empowerment. But there's one thing that wasn't discussed, and that's Sam in this situation. She's just as to blame as anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating it's a two-way. It takes two people to cheat, right? And nobody,
Yes.
I think that she's just as at fault, and no one's even talking about her in this situation.
Well, Tanya is very much on the bandwagon of she's really to blame.
Savage Sam.
Yeah, I agree. And no one is even bringing that up. And I understand that Adrian, he's mad, he's upset right now in the moment, and he's really taking it out on this other guy. But he's not even taking a step back to even consider
well, first of all, he's having a knee-jerk reaction of finding out his wife is having an affair with the guy that's his colleague and his friend. So I don't fault Adrian for being so upset at that guy, Jake. Lily, I have to tell you, my cortisol level is high. We're going to move off of this. All right? I'm releasing cortisol because of this stress. Thank you for calling. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I wish them the best of luck.
We wish everyone the best of luck, but they're going to need a lot of luck to get through that one. That was a tough one. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thank you.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. Let me read the email, and then we'll grab Adriana here. So, Ellen, it comes to us from Santa Monica.
Yes.
But as a public service, if you think someone's cheating on you, send us the story, and we'll see if you want to go on the air. She thinks her husband is cheating on her.
Mm-hmm.
She says, for the 4th of July, we had our annual big block party that we all put together. And during the party, my husband received a text from one of the neighbors across the street, a woman who's also married with 2 kids. It said, hoping to experience some fireworks today. Now, that is telling. You don't say that unless you mean that.
Right. And 4th of July and fireworks.
Yeah, and by the way, that's not how you text about real fireworks.
Right. Right.
You call them the fireworks.
Exactly. But these are some
fireworks without the.
Mm-hmm.
Different fireworks.
What did you see on the 4th of July?
It's interesting you say that.
Because we weren't together on the 4th of July.
I went to some place to watch the fireworks, and I couldn't see.
The fireworks. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't watch fireworks.
You make them.
Oh, my God. Can we please stay in the moment?
All right.
So she says, the girl texts her husband, hoping to experience some fireworks today. She goes on in the email to say, I noticed that she was sort of following him around all day, too. It took all I had to keep it together because I didn't want any drama at the block party. Since then, I've been looking through his phone. Nothing new. She had no reason to text him that at the party. All this has been eating me up inside. I just need some answers. All right, let's grab her here. Right. Adriana, thank you for calling on. Hello. So I don't like this text because Ellen and I were saying, if you text somebody the fireworks, by the way, he shouldn't be getting a text from her anyway.
Right.
But if you text someone the fireworks, that makes more sense than just fireworks. Because fireworks, we know what we're talking about, right? The fireworks are actually, that's the 4th of July spectacle. But fireworks, that's intimate.
It's very intimate, and I'm really worried, which is why I called you, because I listen to Ryan's Roses all the time, so I know that sometimes, like, a small thing like this is actually a big thing, and I'm just really, really worried.
Tell me about this woman. What do we need to know about her? Does she seem vindictive?
I mean, I don't really know her very well. Like, we both have kids and, like, young, and they go and they'll play together, and we're in the same neighborhood, but we certainly don't hang out with each other.
God, it would freak me out to think that while I'm away, my husband is going down the street, or even worse, she's coming into my house. She's so close. It may make me crazy.
Is there a chance, a possibility that perhaps at a play date, an anonymous play date, they met, they bonded, not in a romantic way at all, but that's where they got each other's phone numbers? Because if you said you didn't find anything else.
No, Bellany, who cares? It's the text.
Right.
So whatever.
Okay.
On the phone numbers, I mean, he got a text from her and she says fireworks without the.
The, right.
I'm having trouble keeping it together. Like, I've been looking at his phone, and, like, I haven't.
And nothing new, though?
Nothing new. But he's also been, like, protective of his phone. Like, I don't know if he noticed me always looking at it, but, like, he's not leaving it anywhere now. And she had no reason to text him while he was at a party.
Well, I'm going to give you two things, and then we're going to make this call, because two really big issues for me. Number one, the text.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, the text.
Okay.
Why does she have to text him while he's at the same party as she's at?
And she followed him.
No, it's sneaky. Yeah, exactly. But it's sneaky. It's intentionally sneaky, and I don't like it. Adriana?
Yeah?
I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your husband's name is on Kiss FM.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Okay, we're going to call him. Here's what we're going to do, Adriana. We're actually going to bring Patty in here. And Patty works at a flower shop. We're going to offer him some roses from that flower shop. We want to see who he sends them to. And also what he writes on the card. Because it's not only the who, it's the sentiment as well.
Yeah.
It's the what, right?
Yeah.
So good luck, sweetheart. How long have you been married?
Oh, we've been married for 4 years.
And you have kids?
We've got 3 kids.
3. And
this other woman has 2 kids.
Yeah.
What's her name, this other woman, the neighbor lady?
Her name's Blanca.
Blanca.
Okay.
All right. Patty, you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, here we go. Hang on one second, Adriana. We're just going to put you there and then be very quiet. We're about to dial your husband, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Good luck.
Hello? Who's this?
Hi, Paul?
Yes, this is Paul. I don't recognize this number, though. Who's this?
Paul, my name's Patty. I'm calling from Flowers and More. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just opened a flower shop here in Santa Monica on Broadway, and I'm calling five customers to send them a free bouquet. I can actually.
Oh no, thank you. Is this one of those things where you have to give your credit card or something?
No, not at all. I'm actually just I'm offering you this free service where you can send this bouquet to anybody you want today at no charge. I'm also including the free delivery for you. They're beautiful red or white roses, you choose, and you can send them to whoever you want today at no charge. I'm also including a note that you can yourself write. Well, actually, I'll write it, but you just tell me what you want to put on the note.
All right. Is it quick? I just gotta hop off in a sec.
Yeah, it'll be really quick. Just give me the address. Tell me if it's red or white roses, and tell me who we are sending the flowers to, and they're on their way.
Yeah, just you can make them out to my wife, I suppose. Her name's Adriana.
Okay. And what do you want to put on the note?
Maybe, honey, I'm coming home, because that's what I'm always saying to her when I'm on the phone in traffic.
Okay.
Hey, Paul, it's Ryan Seacrest and Ellen Kay.
Hi.
I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and we've got your lovely wife, Adriana, on the line. She was just calling to wish you a happy day.
I appreciate what you're doing, but I actually can't let it go. I thought I could let this go, but I really need to get an answer about this text.
All right.
It's really sweet that he's
That's
doing
fair.
that.
Your wife asked us to call you, Paul, because she's concerned about you and a neighbor named Blanca. She thinks that maybe something's going on with you and Blanca because you received a text, and I will quote, hoping to experience some fireworks today, end of quote, from Blanca. It's not great that you would receive a text like that, and you're at the same party as this woman, and she's texting you. Seems sneaky. What's going on, Paul, between you and Blanca?
Oh, well, I can tell you flat out, there's nothing going on. I'm not going to. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I didn't mention anything about the text message, but clearly you found it.
Why is she texting you that message? It seems strange, wouldn't you say, Paul? Two married people.
Ryan, it was strange to me too.
I'm
this isn't
betting.
something that I pursued. I was the recipient.
Right, but why is she texting you that? What would open the door for her to even feel like she could text that?
Oh, I think it's something to do with her husband, Angel, who, I don't care that I'm saying his name on the radio. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Her husband, Angel, they've been having trouble for the last 6 or 7 months, and we've lived in this neighborhood for a while. This has kind of been our homestead more than theirs. And I sort of looked at this as she's blowing off some steam, or she's trying to get attention or something. I didn't want to make a big thing of it.
Well, has she made other advances toward you?
On the 4th of July, because we did this block party, and everybody, brought a dish to pass, one of those things. She was showing a lot of attention and kind of being a little
flirty,
grabby, I would say. But
Adriana, let me let you chime in. Do you believe that nothing's going on with this woman and your husband? I mean, you're listening to him explain it.
I mean, I want to trust my husband. I've never had a reason not to trust him before, so I do have to give him that. But I don't know why you wouldn't talk to me and tell me that this was going on, because it's weird. I mean, our kids play together. She's our neighbor. I have to see her face, all the time. So if there's something going on, or she just starts to get weird, I need to know that. I need to protect my family. I need to protect my kids. You can't hide anything like this from me. If nothing's really going on, there's no reason not to tell me.
No, and you know what, Ryan? She's right. She's right. And had I been able to do it all over again, had I been given a round 2 or a do-over, I would have told you. I think it was as awkward for me as it is you. Trust me. It's very strange to suddenly get advances from someone who just the day before you're waving goodbye to in the driveway. It's not something I ever thought about.
But it is something that you would instantly share with the love of your life and your wife and your partner in life. You would instantly say, "Oh my God, this Blanca's hitting on me."
You know what? My wife Adriana is exponentially better looking and more of a woman than Blanca is, so I did not feel there was any threat or temptation. If I had felt there was a real threat, or that I was going to make a poor decision, then maybe we would have sat down.
Okay, Paul, we're going to let you go. Thank you very much for chatting with us. Adriana, it's just us now. I don't think there's a chance that your husband's cheating on you.
All right.
I really believe that, and I'm planting my feet in that.
Okay.
I wish he would have said, "Hey, Blanca's hitting on me."
I do too, but I just think that after hearing him, I don't think there's a shot in the dark that he's cheating on you.
You could gavel now then, Ryan, if you want, or you could hear from other
good
people.
Luck. No. I could gavel, but I'm happy. I'll gavel. Not cheating, and I'll also hear from people.
Okay.
But that.
Yeah, that's good.
800-520-1027. But that guy, it doesn't have a cheating bone in his vocal cords.
I agree.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. It says, Dear Ryan, my husband became a driver for a ride share company. After he was laid off. I was not, and still am not, okay with it because I hear all these stories of crazy drunk women in the car. We agreed he would only work during the day, and it had been going well until I logged on to his app for the company and noticed he's only been driving to and from one location. The address is downtown LA, and it just doesn't seem right to me. He is acting strange as well, but can you please help me get to the bottom of it? Adriana, Boyle Heights. Who's downtown? Adriana, who's downtown that it could be? Do you have any idea who's downtown?
I have no idea.
No idea who might be at this location.
No clue. I know it's an apartment building. I don't know anybody who lives there, and I don't know why on earth you'd be going there every single day.
But is he going there and staying there, or going there, picking somebody up and taking them somewhere?
Yeah, like, what did you see?
No. So he does a drive there every day. He's picking somebody up, and then he drops somebody off there at the end of the day, too.
It's like someone's personal shuttle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also saw him pick somebody up there, drive over to the Marriott one day in downtown LA, and then after going to the Marriott, going straight back to the first place.
It wouldn't make a lot of sense, because if he's out trying to make some dough, he'd be making more runs.
Yeah.
Right.
Throughout the course of the day with all that time, right?
No, that's exactly.
You have been together how long? How long have you been married?
We have been married 7 years.
And how many kids do you have, if any?
Three little babies.
Adriana, I'm going to have Sissany call and offer him some roses, and we want to find out who he sends them to and what he puts on the card. You know what I'm saying? Because that could tell us a lot. Figure out who's downtown. That's what you want to know. So
Sissany, it was an apartment building.
What name are you going to be?
I'm going to be Marissa.
Okay, where are you calling from?
Trendy Flowers.
Trendy Flowers. Okay. All right. Adriana, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband on Kiss FM.
Okay, good luck. We want to be very quiet until we can get some information here, all right?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, sis.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Robert?
This is him.
Hi, Robert. My name is Marissa. I'm actually calling from Trendy Flowers. How are you doing this morning?
Good. How you doing?
Hi. I'm calling because, you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses, and you can send them to anybody today. I don't need any billing information from you. These are totally free. Just the name of the person you want to send them to, and maybe you can write a little note.
What's the catch?
There's no catch. Honestly, I would love for you to refer me to your friends and family for the holidays and stuff like that, but I don't need any billing info from you. It's just completely free. So is there anybody you want to send them to?
No. And they're totally free.
Totally free, I promise. They'll receive them this afternoon.
All right. Let's go with Miss Daisy.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Miss Daisy. M-I-S-S-D-A-I.
Miss Daisy. Okay, and then what would you like to write on the note?
Let's go with thank you for everything.
Thank you. Say that again?
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Robert, who the hell is Miss Daisy?
Robert, I need you to know it's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. That is your wife, Adriana. Who's Daisy?
What? This is none of your business.
No, this is your wife has asked us to call you. Your wife has asked us to call you. So who are you sending the flowers to? That's all. That's just a simple question.
This is it's a woman that I was picking up, and it's a client.
Okay, look, Robert, in the interest of time and just everybody here, you sent flowers to someone that wasn't your wife, right?
Yes.
Okay, now who was that person?
She's an older lady, Adriana. She's a widow. She just lost her husband.
She's an older lady, like what, like 70, 80?
No, late 30s. I don't know. Maybe late 30s, early.
Kidding me?
How is that older?
It's older. It's older than us.
Where does she live? This older woman.
She lives downtown.
Okay, and so you go and do what downtown?
I pick her up. She's just lost her husband. She needed a driver, and she's super nice, but she's really fragile right now, and she needed a driver. And I said, okay, look, I will drive you, but I want business every day. And so she basically has hired me as her personal driver. She contacts me every day, and I pick her up, take her where she needs to go. There is nothing, absolutely, this is not what it is.
But you can't make any more runs or make any more money in between the time that she's not using the car? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
She doesn't like driving anymore, okay?
I got that, but why can't you? I mean, you're not doing other runs, so that seems like you're taking money out of your own pocket.
She's given me a very good...
Is she giving you extra cash? Oh, well, let's not get into that.
Yeah.
Just listen, Robert, tell me this.
Yeah.
Are you cheating on your wife?
Absolutely not. I would never do that. All right, I've got 3
Keely,
kids.
why wouldn't you tell me about this? Like, if that's the case, why wouldn't you tell me? That seems like something that I should know. We agreed you were only going to do pickups during the day, so you don't have to deal with any crazy drunk chicks, anybody trying to get on you at night. But here you are spending every single day with some woman.
Yeah, one woman. Okay, I'm not making.
That doesn't make it better that you're spending every single day with someone that's not some woman that isn't me.
Babe,
You should have told me about this.
Scenario. How is this going to look? Right? She tips me in cash. Okay, we need the money.
So are you seeing the money, though, Adriana? Because if you're seeing some money here, maybe he's telling the truth. Are you seeing any extra money coming in?
Not extra money. It's, I mean, I guess maybe if she's just like, taking over the regular rides that she would have for a day. But in that case, like, why is he taking all of the rides with the same person?
Hey, that's
like
better.
if he's going to make the same amount of money, then why does he have to spend all day with this woman?
Robert, we just need to know if you're telling the truth. Are you cheating or not?
I would never cheat on my wife.
All right. I don't know what to say, Adrian. I think you're going to have to look at him in the eye and see if he's telling the truth on your own. I'm going to gavel him now for calling a 38 older woman.
Oh, God.
Like, that's my biggest issue. Good luck to the two of you. Right? Oh, I'm thinking he's driving Miss Daisy around.
That's what I thought.
38.
He's like 38.
Older
We're like,
woman.
what?
It's time for Ryan's Roses here on Kiss FM. Are you ready? Dear Ryan and Sissany, a friend of ours recently moved to Arizona. I was surprised because it happened out of nowhere, but now I'm starting to piece it all together. She was really frustrated right before she moved, but she was even weirder about how it bothered my husband when he found out she was moving. He still seems bothered, almost angry over it, but I don't know why it would affect him like that unless they were seeing each other or something like that. So why would he get so upset that she's leaving? That is what is the catalyst to this email and to her thought path here. It seems obvious, and she wants to know the truth. She says, it's Audrey in Pasadena. Audrey, good morning.
Good morning.
I mean, I can understand your thought process if you already thought there may be some issue with your husband. Did you have every confidence that your husband was being faithful, or were there some doubts anyway?
Well, here's the thing. Jamie and I have been friends forever. I mean, our kids went to soccer practice together, and we would pick up the kids for carpool all the time. And I didn't think anything was strange about that. But, like, now in retrospect, I'm thinking it's really strange, especially the way he's been acting since she left.
Here's what I want to do. I want to call your husband, and what we're going to ask him is about some roses who he wants to send them to. You said your friend's name that moved to Arizona is named Jamie?
Yes.
Okay, let's remember that. Hang on one second. We'll come back to make the call. Audrey on the line. We're about to launch into the Ryan's Roses call. If you can hang in your car, do so, because I'm going to do it right here. Audrey, she's married. Her husband, there's a good friend of hers named Jamie that all of a sudden picked up and moved to Arizona. Now, Audrey, she took her kids out of school and moved the kids to another school?
Yeah.
And Audrey noticed that her husband had a huge allergic reaction to Jamie moving out of the town. Pasadena is where they live.
Mm-hmm.
And so she thinks, wait a minute, something must be going on behind my back that would cause him to have such an emotional reaction to Jamie leaving town. I think you're right, and you're onto something. We're going to find out. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and whatever his name is, your husband's name, on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
And we are going to call him now. Here's the way it's going to work. You'll stay quiet until we tell him he's on the air. Sissany is going to offer him some roses. We want to find out who he sends them to and what kind of a note he writes on the card. Jamie is the other woman's name. All right, here we go. Good luck.
Hi, this is Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. My name is Holly. I'm calling from Trendy Flowers. We're actually brand new in Pasadena. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So we're actually brand new. You know where like Miller Alley is and the iPick theaters? Yeah, we're right in that little section. And basically we're doing a promotion right now for local residents where we're sending out free flowers to anybody that you'd like. So you have been selected for this week. And that means that you can send a dozen roses to anybody that you'd like.
Oh, how neat. Yeah, I'd like to send them to Jamie.
To Jamie. Okay, let me see. And how do you spell Jamie? Because I can spell it a few ways, right?
Yeah, I think it's just Jaimie.
Oh, like that. Okay. And then, well, who's this person to you? And the reason I ask is because we have birthday cards, anniversary cards, love cards.
Well, we've been kind of intimate for the last 3 years.
Okay, so like romance. I can put like a heart, a card that has like a bunch of hearts on it or something.
Yeah, that'd be great. And if you could write, we can figure this out. I miss you. That would be terrific.
Figure this out. I hope everything's okay.
She recently moved away, so it's kind of hard lately.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Long distance relationships are so tough.
Yeah.
But you can get through it.
Thank you.
Okay. And do you want me to sign it love, Kevin?
Yeah, love Kevin. That'd be great.
Okay.
Kevin, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to understand that. I have your wife, Audrey, on the phone who's just heard everything you have just said.
I knew something was going on. I cannot believe you right now. How could you do this? How could you do this to our marriage?
Well, we've been kind of growing apart for a long time, and I mean, Jamie's just been really good to me,
No, she doesn't know. You've been doing this for 2 years?
It's been a while, and I'm kind of happy that I don't have to live a lie anymore. So maybe, that's
2 years. Of course, it makes perfect sense.
Kevin, why did Jamie move to Arizona?
Maybe to get away from all the drama, maybe, just to start a new life. I mean, it was so abrupt. I don't even know.
Was she married?
No.
Kevin, what? I mean, you just said you're going to figure this out with another woman while you're married to Audrey. What is going through your mind?
I'm blown away right now. I mean, I'm so upset. I can't even.
You're upset?
You're upset. You're upset. We have 2 children.
Kevin, what was your plan here? You were just going to live 2 lives, or you were just going to disappear? Like, what were you doing?
I don't know. I wasn't really thinking it through. I was just kind of in the moment. At least the truth is out there, and she can start a new life. I can start a new life. So
it's that easy.
What about your kids?
The truth is out there.
What about do you have a boy, a girl, two boys, 2 girls?
2 beautiful boys.
2 boys.
2 boys. And this is the example you're trying to set for them. That this is okay for them to do to girls in the future.
Nice.
I don't know.
Well, this is what they're going to see.
This is not the life I wanted.
All right.
No, I feel so bad. I'm sorry. I really am.
Oh, you feel bad. You feel bad.
I feel terrible. You know that. I mean, you're a great woman. You're always good to us and everything.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to take you guys off the air here. I'm going to take you off the air. I think you have all of the information that you need. And I mean, I'm putting them both on hold. What's with his attitude?
Yeah. He's the worst.
But he's like grateful that it's out in the open.
Yeah.
Jamie, we can figure this out. I miss you. No, I was fine. I was fine. How do you describe Kevin's reaction? So let me just bring you up to speed. We just did a Ryan's Roses. Turns out her husband, Kevin, has been seeing this woman, Jamie, for 2 years behind her back. He sends her roses to Jamie, who moved to Arizona to get away from all the drama. And he sends her roses saying, Jamie, we can figure this out. I miss you. And then we get him on the line and he admits to having the affair. And well, here's part of it. Listen.
And I'm kind of happy that I don't have to live a lie anymore. So maybe, that's
2 years. Of course, it makes perfect sense.
And Kevin, who's ruining the lives of his family, his kids and his wife, he's relieved. This was a gift.
Oh, it disgusts me.
What's going through his head that he doesn't calculate like true human beings?
He's accepted that this is normal for him. He's, you know what I mean? Like if he's been doing this for 2 years. He's already checked out of the relationship 2 years ago.
So what
doesn't make it okay.
Do
I don't know, but the word that you're looking for is bleak. Bleak.
It's not bleak.
No, it's coward, insensitive.
It's not. The word I'm looking for is not bleak.
No.
The word, it's like he's so detached emotionally to understanding the human beings. If that was a word,
I'll find it for
robotic. You. Paige, good morning.
Hi.
How are you, Paige? So you heard this Ryan's Roses. Jamie, this other woman, has moved away to get away from the drama. Go ahead.
Right. I just think this Kevin guy is such a loser. He's with this wonderful woman. He has his family, and he just throws it all away for this Jamie woman who doesn't even care to leave him a forwarding address, to get back in touch with him. She probably doesn't even want him, and he is running after this woman who doesn't even care to say 2 words to him. He is just such a coward to not even be able to tell Audrey to her face, this is what happened. And now he's trying to send roses to Jamie, who doesn't even...
And so is this, for Audrey, is this a good thing that she found out about this guy? Yes, in the long run, but in the short run, it's like such an awful thing to have to deal with. Mm-hmm. And he has zero empathy for the situation and for her, right? So what's the word I'm looking for, Tanya?
Aloof.
Yeah, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of glib. If glib and aloof were a word. Gloof.
Aloof.
Ellie, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, yes. What you're going to say is, I think, right.
Yeah. I think he sounds like a serial killer. I think he sounds like he has no remorse.
But that's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say he has no remorse.
Wow. I kind of agree. Wow.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have remorse, and he sounds like he enjoyed hurting her. I think she should move out ASAP. Sounds crazy.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of somebody that can be that calm in the face of wrecking your home.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ellie, thank you so much.
Thanks.
You take care. That's enough for the day for me.